G'day human Ladiocytes, this is Latios Azurill and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Shuffle. So, let us begin. Last time we started out in Violeta Palace and took on some special stages, including a new daily Pokemon. This time, we have a new daily Pokemon. So, we have Castform. So, to deal with Castform, I'm just going to use an optimized fighting team. Just because it's a normal type, it shouldn't be that difficult. I don't know. So, we have 10 moves to do it. Of course, Castform controlling the weather and all is going to cause some clouds. Makes sense. Can't complain too much. So what I really wanted to do is just figure as soon as I can get the Mega Evolution off, I'll be in really good shape. But I really want to get a good combo. So I'm actually just going to go for the Lucario and the Castform. That's going to get us a decent combo, I guess, getting rid of a lot of those Castform on the field. I figure if I can get Medicham off, I can get the Mega Boost, but I'm more concerned on actually getting damage, because by the time I get the Mega Evolution off, well, it'll probably be too late. So I am going to go for Machamp in order to get rid of some of this Castform. I'm just going to get a Pummel Boost from Lucario, and we're just going to be set. 3 moves in, and we're going to get unnecessary Mega Evolution right there. So with that, we actually took down Castform. Not too difficult of a stage. Not really. I mean, if you can get rid of some of those Castforms, then you get a Pummel Boost into a combo, you are golden. So, catching it. Well, we're going to actually get a catchability with 7 moves remaining at 36%. So, you know, sometimes you can win, sometimes you don't win. I don't know. So luckily, we're actually going to be able to catch it in a Pokeball. So with that, we have captured an S-Ranked Castform. The S-Rank does not matter, it is a special stage. It has an attack power of 60, the normal typing, and the ability Cloud Clear Plus. That ability definitely makes sense for Castform, I must say. Definitely does. So, now we can control the weather. Unless there is a Primal Kyogre, Primal Groudon, or Mega Rayquaza in play, then things might get a little differently with weather. So, let's head on out to Violeta Palace. Last time we took on Lotad. This time we're starting off with Psyduck. Alright, Psyduck's puzzle is so funny looking. It is hilarious. It definitely fits. So I'm actually going to end up using a pretty much an optimized team, more or less. And just hope for the best. I am going to bring Mega Manectric, because it does make you have a little faster than Ampharos, and it's a little bit more consistent with its ability. So it starts off with a question mark of Psyduck in barriers. That is... I gotta give them an A+ for design on that. For Psyduck, that just makes sense. So I'm actually going to go for the Manectric right off the bat with the Psyduck to get rid of some of those barriers at the top, and then just do whatever I can to just keep getting damage off on it. I figured the sooner I can get rid of those Psyduck, the better, but I also want to get rid of those blocks. So, I don't know. So I'm actually just going to go for the Psyduck right there to get some of those Psyduck out of those barriers, because those barriers are what's going to get in the way of our combo potential. So, I figure Zekrom can get rid of some of those blocks, but I also want to... But they're going to actually go away themselves, so I'm just going to try to get some Psyduck to get rid of the rest of the barriers. So now we are good. That thing is going to... Psyduck's going to keep adding more Psyduck onto the field, which I'm okay with, sort of, as long as they're not in barriers, because this way we can still get some combos off with other Pokemon. So, I probably should have used Verizon instead of Zapdos, because this way a Power of 4 Plus would be a lot better than a Power of 4, even if it is less consistent to activate. So at this point I can just go for Mega Manectric and get some damage off with that, as well as get a fair amount of combos from it, and that is actually going to get us the victory. So, I mean, plus 5 moves, probably enough with that. So, all we have to do now is it has a really low base catchability, but a really high catchability. So it goes up from 1% to 81%. It's like 20% per extra move, which is just huge. So if you can get an S-Rank, you pretty much caught it. So we got an A-Rank only that time, but it has attack power of 50, the ability Downpour in the water typing. So it's basically like Vitality Drain, only for the water typing. Really interesting ability for Psyduck. But with that, we at least captured the Psyduck. Alright, so we unlocked Cranidos. So I'm actually going to try the Psyduck stage again, but this time because I want to try getting some of the barriers going in the beginning. I'm actually going to try bringing Psyduck. This way, it's sort of like a complexity -1, where it'll just, you know, we only have to deal with 4 Pokemon on the field. Only it'll be Psyduck and 3 of our actual super effective ones. I'm also going to replace Zapdos with Virizion, because Virizion does do a little better overall, I feel like. Power 4 Plus isn't very... It's not very reliable, but it does a lot of damage when you can activate it. From my experience, it's slightly more helpful than crowd control these days. So take that for what you will. I'm not going to activate the Downpour from the Psyduck, but that's okay. I figured that would do some damage, but I really don't care too much about that. You just don't want to activate an ability like that late in the game, because once it's low in health, it'll do next to nothing. So that's one of the little downsides of Vitality Drain and the like. So, I kind of was pushing myself to get the Mega Evolution off when I probably could have broken this Bloxa move sooner. But like I said, I kind of want the Mega Evolution in there. We're not going to get the Power of 4 Plus there. Unfortunately, it would have done some nice damage, but ultimately... you get what you get sometimes. I don't know. So, honestly, I want the Mega Evolution at this point, but I also want to get rid of the barrier. So I'm actually just going to try to try to free up the Skyfall and get rid of that barrier. So at this point, I'm just trying to get whatever combos I can. We're going to get the Mega Evolution off. So at this point, we just need to... I mean, it's already too late pretty much to get the S-Rank at this point. In fact, we're less likely to get the S... In fact, this time it actually worked out worse than the first attempt. So... like I said, take it for what it is. It's very much luck-based. So we're going to take it down with 2 moves remaining, whereas last time we had 4 moves. So we actually did worse with the Psyduck than we did without the Psyduck. Go figure. But, you know, you win some, you lose some, I guess. I don't know. I mean... Psyduck isn't a bad option necessarily to bring to S-Rank it, but at the same time, I do recommend bringing a +5 moves either way, unless you have a lot of luck with combos, or if you can get the Mega Evolution off quickly. If you can get the Mega Evolution really quickly, then you should be fine, but because of all those Psyducks, I wouldn't recommend Mega Sceptile, and that is probably the fastest Mega Evolving Pokemon that's super effective currently. I mean, you could probably go with... I mean, you might be able to go with like a Mega Rayquaza to get rid of the Psyduck. Of course, you'd probably get rid of everything else as well instead, which could backfire for you, and it's not super effective. Or you could go with Mega Gengar, but once again, all those Psyducks on the field, and plus 3 other Pokemon, or 2 other Pokemon if you bring the Psyduck, only 2 other super effective Pokemon. It could be a little bit risky because there still is the resisted Psyduck. I don't know. Maybe Mega Gengar could work here. I wouldn't automatically dismiss it. So with that, we're actually going to get the Mega Evolution off. So at this point, I just want to do whatever I can, just get damage. So I'm going to go for a Power of 4 Plus, even though I probably should have gone for the Psyduck to get rid of it. But I was hoping that my Nectric would get rid of it, which... doesn't happen, but I do end up getting a very nice combo despite that, which does get rid of one of the Psyducks in the barrier. So with that, we're actually going to manage to take down Psyduck for real this time. See, that +5 made a huge difference. I mean, we did exactly between the first 2 attempts this time, only we had the +5, which brought us over the top. So next up is Cranidos, but first I'm actually going to check in and get some coins, because, you know, we did spend a few coins so far on, well, the +5 moves, so, you know, I try to be careful with coins. Doesn't mean that it always works out in my favor, but, you know, try to be careful enough. I am not at maximum coins because this week, while there are daily challenges going on, I can't possibly get the maximum coinage within one day from like 80,000. I can't get 20,000 coins in a day. We are going to get an extra heart from Street Pass, which is kind of nice. But like I said, I can only do so much in a day. So, for Cranidos, I am actually going to just go for an optimized team with Mega Garchomp. Because, honestly, power. Just power. All I can do is just power through, so... 15 moves, and there we go. So, I'm just going to try to get the Mega Evolution off as soon as I can, and just hope for the best. Dialga's not going to break any of those blocks, unfortunately. But, I am going to get a decent combo, and that is going to get us the Mega Evolution, which is kind of nice. So, we're able to just go for a, Garchomp, and at this point I'm kind of hoping for Dialga to be able to come through for us, but that's just, you know, especially those blocks at the top. Of course, there's 5 Dialga to go for, so I can just do that and just get rid of some of those blocks. Especially because the ones in the bottom aren't going to last forever. Because while I would like to be able to go for the Garchomp, it's kind of more important to do what will work out better for us in the long run. So... all I can do is just whatever I... is basically just go for the Garchomp. It's basically all I could do is just go for a Mega Garchomp strategy, pretty much. Just go for Garchomp when I can, and just hope for the best. So, 38% catchability in a Pokeball. I mean, I don't hate the odds, I don't like the odds. It's gonna break out, though. But it's gonna break out to 76%. So I really have nothing to lose. I'm just gonna throw a Great Ball at it. My rule of thumb is when I have nothing to lose, I'll throw a Great Ball. And with that, it's actually going to stay in the ball. So, we only got the A rank. We didn't get the S rank, unfortunately, but it has an attack power of 50, the rock typing, and the ability Barrier Bash. With that, we have captured Cranidos. And we unlocked Yanma. Of course, first I'm actually going to try to go S rank the Cranidos. So, I don't know. I'm actually going to bring Gallade because I want to be able to break those blocks, and since I have no real need for Palkia because there's no barriers to really worry about. So I'm just going to replace Palkia with Gallade and try to S-rank this little Chet Jr. I am going to add +5 moves just because I really want the S-rank at this point, and I already caught it, so it's not like I have any reason to save up coins. So really what it's all about is breaking these blocks and getting combos. Of course, that's what any of these stages really are about, I suppose. Get rid of the barriers and get combos. I don't know. But I'm just going to go for a lot of Gallade, just because I want to get rid of those blocks. Well, and Dialga. So, it's going to add more of those blocks, but I also want to go for Garchomp to get the Mega Evolution off. So at this point, I can pretty much get the Mega Evolution off, and I can break some more blocks, potentially. I'm actually just going to go for the Mega Evolution because I want to disrupt its delay by a move. Because if you go for the Mega Evolution if that's your main move, and you get the Mega Evolution off, then it will, and it's not in the middle of a combo, then it'll delay the disruption by 1 move. Which is kind of convenient sometimes when you really want to get that when you want to get the Mega Evolution off, and you want to delay the disruption by a move. So with that, we are going to be taking down that Cranidos with more than enough moves remaining. Of course, we'd have a lot more luck, you know, when we're using the +5. It happens. But with that, we actually got the S-Rank. So next up is Yanma. Alright. I'm just going to do basically the same thing as I did with Lotad. I'm just going to bring a Mega Blaziken Pyre team. It's just that simple. So I'm going to bring Reshiram, Delphox, and just Ho-Oh, because power. And that's pretty much it, just power. Sometimes you gotta power through. I mean, the way I see it is I'm probably not going to be going for Ho-Oh too much anyway, because in all actuality, my hope is to end up, you know, getting a Blaziken board wipe. So this thing is going to be adding some barriers, going to be adding some rocks. That is kind of unfortunate, so I'm going to hope that I can actually break some of those barriers and get the Mega Evolution off, as well as breaking some of those rocks. I'm actually just going to go for Reshiram there, which isn't going to do as much as I wanted to do, but, you know, you win some, you lose some. So I just go for the Blaziken right there and just try to get the Mega Evolution off as best as I can. So I'll just get the Mega Evolution off. I'm going to go for a Delphox there because I'm hoping I can get a combo. I'm not going to get a combo into there, but at the very least I figure I can get the Mega Evolution off kind of quickly if I go for Blaziken, because at this point I'm just one match away. Of course, that is one match that I am nowhere near getting. So at this point I can just go for the Blaziken there, disrupt the Disruption by, like, well, by one move, and now it's just time to have fun with Blaziken. And just hope for a board wipe, which I don't exactly get a board wipe, but I get a decent-ish combo. Unfortunately, it's going to add some barriers at the top, so I'm just going to go for the Reshiram into there instead of Delphox. And that's going to get us a decent combo. Not a Blaziken combo, but a combo. And I'm not picky, I'll take whatever kind of combo I can get, to be honest. But I am going to eventually try to start Blazikening it up. So I'm just going to go for Ho-Oh there to get rid of that, which isn't going to work out for us, but I figure, okay, you're going to add stuff at the bottom. That's okay, now I can just go for Blaziken. Of course, we're going to get like a little big combo, you know, after we already win. But, you know, you win some, you lose some. I don't know. I can't complain about getting a combo. I can't complain about getting combos. I really can't. So we're going to get, with 10 moves remaining, catchability of 45%, which definitely is not bad. I mean, it's a little less than a coin toss, but it's going to break out. So 90%, I really have nothing to lose by just throwing a Great Ball at this thing. Since it's not like we have the S-Rank or anything. So it's going to stay in the ball. So with that, we actually caught the Yanma. Actually, we did get the S-Rank. What am I saying? That's why I went for the Great Ball, because it was 90%. But it has an attack power of 50, the ability hitting streak, and the bug typing. So it doesn't have the worst catchability in the world if you can get the S-Rank, which is kind of nice, I guess. So next up is Glammeow. This one's a pretty quick stage, because you only have 8 moves. So my thinking was pretty much, I'm never going to get the Mega Evolution off. It's never going to happen within 4 moves. So I'm actually going to end up trying something really weird. I'm going to actually bring Mega Gengar. Even though it's resisted, I figure it's like another pseudo-complexity. So if it's already a 3-Pokemon stage, this would leave only 2 Pokemon. So even if Gengar is resisted, I wouldn't have to worry about Gengar. Wouldn't be responsible for most of the damage. And since there are blocks, we luckily have Delayed. And we're gonna get the Mega Evolution off right away, so we're pretty much set to just get combos. I mean, this thing does have quite a bit of bulk to it, but still, it's not that bad when you think about it, because keep in mind, it kind of needs to have some bulk to even be worthy of being a main stage, or at all. Because, let's be honest, you're in Violeta Palace, so you have to expect you're going to have a little bit of challenge, I suppose. But it's basically a 2-Pokemon stage. There's no non-support, so it's not like you have to worry about that. So, all you gotta do is you get combos. Combos are a way of life in Shuffle. So, with the Mega Gengar, you're pretty much set. You could probably do well here with Mega Rayquaza, I guess, if it's candied up. Of course, I mean, Gengar works well enough, so you're more likely to have a Mega Gengar than to have a Mega Rayquaza, I would think. Although, I mean, I don't know, actually, because you have to have passed Mega Rayquaza at this point in the game anyway. But you're more likely to have Mega Gengar candied than you are to have Mega Rayquaza candied. So, I don't know. So with that, we actually did catch Glammeow. It wasn't that bad of a catchability. We did get the S-Rank. It has an attack power of 50, the ability quirky, and the normal typing. So it's not the most useful Pokemon in the world, but it's okay, I guess. I don't know. Just another Pokemon that just wants to be a cool cat. I don't know. So next up is going to be Lombre. Though we will be taking on Lombre next time. So as for now, I'd say we're five stages in. That's not too bad, I don't think. We're making our way through this slow but sure. Before you know it, I'm sure we'll make it up to Mega Scizor. For now, I'm concentrating most of my energy on just taking my time, get some coins back, and just have some fun, relax. We should be having some fun. So thank you for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.